Hey everyone, welcome back for part 3 of the immobilized 2006 Saab 9.3 Wagon. This thing is growing into the weeds. It's been 2 months since we were here last time, and I got one part to try. A spare ignition switch module, the ISM. So I got this one on eBay for another Saab just as a spare. Had it laying around. So we're going to pop this in and see if the CIM recognizes the transponder key. Well, I plugged in the replacement ISM, put in one of the new keys, and obviously it doesn't turn. The CIM is saying B3117, remote control 4, wrong code, may set when used out of range. Different code. It doesn't say transponder not read, so we might be on the right track. But let's see where this goes. Well, now I reset the codes, scanned it again. Now we have wrong steering wheel installed. Still no wrong transponder codes, so I don't know if that's promising or not. But let's go into body, theft protection, immobilizer, activations, force ignition key release, on. Ha! That worked. Okay. Will it start? No. Interesting. So bidirectional control actually released the key so we can turn the key on. Okay, let's do a full code scan now. We'll do all. Diagnostic trouble codes. It says airbag malfunction, contact service. Doesn't say wrong key yet. We might have to add the CIM again since last time we were messing with it. CIM added. Continue. Continue. Let's see what it says. So you didn't see CIM in the list. Key not in lock position. Turn key lock if possible. If key is blocked, press exit to read. So I'm wondering, we can shift the shifter. Obviously it's still a no crank. Let's turn it to lock position. Can't lock. Key is blocked. Press exit to read. CIM decision blocking. So this is interesting. Wrong steering wheel. So these are all the codes. Let me save these. I think something's different here. We're moving in the right direction. Guys, the windows now work. How about that? Stuff is coming back to life. We have to see why the key is being blocked by the CIM. CIM decision blocking. So what is it fussing about? Wrong steering wheel. That's the only thing it's fussing about, saying wrong steering wheel installed? That's why it's blocking the key? So in the CIM, I'm checking ignition key status. It says 4 keys successfully programmed. CIM frequency is 433. Ignition key status, working added key detected. Ignition key frequency is 433. So this thing seems to like the key. And we can go to next key. Let's exit out of here. Mobilizer status off. What more does this thing need? I mean, everything seems to work. Lights work. Do the wipers work? Wipers do not work. Oh, the rear one does. The front ones do not. Obviously the front airbag's disconnected. We have wrong. The horn works. Everything works. We have phone. Maybe it doesn't like this steering wheel controls. Does he have a different steering wheel? If that's what's causing the CIM to block the keys, the wrong steering wheel, we're almost done. So the problem was a bad ignition switch module. Okay, so I'm looking at vehicle power supply in the CIM, or let's see, how do we get there? Right here, vehicle power supply. It's one of the main menu items, and that is what is powered up. Why can we not? Why does this thing not start? First of all, it doesn't crank. We could get it to crank, but I want to see just from live data if everything's on. So CIM battery voltage, REC, ECM, accessory, ACM, TCS, ESP, UEC. Everything's 13.5 volts. Ignition switch plus 50, that's going to be, I think, the start terminal. So if I crank it, that does turn on. Let it go, and it goes off. So that's plus 50 K line. Plus 15. Let's see. Is that always off? Try to crank it. So we'll have to do a little research on all these lines, but it's promising that the thing recognizes the key, it's ready to go, it's just not cranking. So I'm not having any luck on Google finding this B1001 3A trouble code, wrong steering wheel installed. We might have to, I'm going to try to add the CIM again from scratch, since now we have a good working ISM. Maybe that'll reset it. You know, plug in the controls. If you plug in the controls, the steering wheel control circuit open will disappear, but this wrong steering wheel installed is still there. So I'm not sure why that is. So surprisingly, it didn't even ask me for security access. It said it was okay, and it's letting me turn the key to lock to on. So let's just go through everything here. It does have cruise control, remote control frequency. So no phone or phone prepared. This thing, it does look like it has a phone. So Saab phone, OnStar telematics. Maybe the phone buttons here Maybe that's why it's fussing. So let me take a screenshot of this, and we'll have to figure out if this is a Saab phone or OnStar or what the heck this is. So I'm going to guess it has the Saab phone. With steering wheel switches, without sensotronic, that's like paddle shifters. US. Okay. Rating configuration. Doing its thing. So we want to skip key programming. The keys definitely work. It says checking. Airbag malfunction, okay. Steering wheel sensor calibration, it's straight ahead. Yes to calibrate. Lock position. It let me do that. Remove ignition key. Okay, it's out. Enter. What's next? Well, it failed. I have to exit out. Let's try again. So it let me turn it to on. It unlocked the key. Let's try it again. Guys, I just noticed in this ISM that button that senses the key is stuck. This one, the button is there. That's a problem. Let me try to get it unstuck. That's why it thinks I didn't remove the key. Alright, so using an X-Acto knife, I managed to get this button to pop up. So now let's put the key back in. What did I do with the key? Oh, let me find it. Alright, so now it's asking me to put the key in and out of the ignition lock. That button seems to be freed up with WD-40 and the X-Acto knife. Add remove ECU failed. Dang it. Okay, so I tried it for the third time, and it asked me to remove the key once and then turn it on. I heard it lock and unlock the steering column. Remove the ignition key. Okay, now it's happy. Let's see if it starts. Alright, now we got starter action. Let's do all trouble codes. Very promising here. And it unblocked the key. So we're almost there. We're almost out of the woods. Come on, Saab. SLM missing, so it doesn't say CIM added. Now it's happy with that. I think we just need to tighten up that battery terminal, and this thing should fire up. Lock position. It lets me turn the key. Clear vehicle DTCs. Let's try that. Yep, key is on. Key is not blocked anymore. That is very promising. Yes, we want to clear all the DTCs. Look, CIM, it did those in the list. That's good. It's all happy. Turn the lock. Okay. Now let's turn the key back on. Read all DTCs again. Do a final list here. I don't know what SLM is, don't really care. I'm just going to read all the codes again. Key is unblocked. So it still says wrong steering wheel installed. That's interesting. Repeater right off circuit open. I want to see if this thing starts. Let me tighten up the battery cable. Alright, so battery cables are tightened down. The terminals, for good luck, we're going to check the really dark engine oil. It's there. Let's see if this thing will fire up. Place your bets now. Come on, Saab. And... yes! There's that feeling again. Holy crap, this car was insane. So it looks like the entire initial problem was a bad ignition switch module. It didn't recognize the key. Then it went to a specialty shop and they butchered it by replacing all these modules, and they lost the keys. They can't find the bolt for the steering wheel. So it would have been a lot easier if the owner called me initially. Then I think we would have, you know, zeroed in on the problem a lot faster. But with all these variables, we needed a known good CIM, 2 known good keys, so we have to send that out, pay for that. Once we had that, then doing some more research with those codes. The ignition switch module. Crazy. This stupid thing. You can get these on eBay. Make sure the button works in the middle. If you take it apart, you might ruin it like we did with the last one. So watch out for that. The car starts and runs. I'm happy. Hope you guys are happy. And I'll put this thing back together best we can. But I think we're in good shape. Wipers still don't work, so I don't know if the owner messed with that, but I'll give him an update. If he wants me to diagnose any other issues, we'll do some bonus footage. But that was the main customer complaint. It starts, it runs. Seems to run pretty smoothly. Amazing. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Want me to lift it up for you?
Well, the wipers here, the owner wanted me to diagnose that. That took about 2 seconds. Look at the linkage. It's off of here, so the wipers can move freely. And then this motor is trying to turn and is jammed up against the broken part of the linkage. So we can try to pull that out and at least see if the motor spins, and then the owner will fix that from there. So the wiper motor definitely works. It's definitely turning. He just needs to fix the linkage. Hey everyone, welcome back to Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics. We just got done fixing the immobilized Saab Wagon. That'll be in an earlier video. And the owner said he has this electric smart car, 2013 model year, sitting under the shade tree. It's been sitting here forever. And it's immobilized, and apparently something's wrong with the high voltage contactor. So he asked me, can you look at it? Do you have any information on it? I'm like, okay, sure. So this is pure electric, and luckily the TOPDON Phoenix Plus can easily talk to this thing, scan all the modules, and it looks like the codes that are disabling this car is in the battery management system control unit. We have 3 codes. Contactor of the high voltage battery module has been opened due to a release fault. The operating conditions for the component or the system are not fulfilled. And then the contact negative terminal of contactor A in the high voltage battery is jammed closed, and the positive terminal of contactor A in the high voltage battery is jammed closed. Now, where is this battery management system control unit? How's it wired up? Where's the high voltage battery? We need to find locations of these components, at least find where the contactor is, and see if we can carefully test its operation. On ALLDATA we do have some information. We have wiring diagrams at least. I could not find locations, but we have something to work with, so let's see if we can figure this one out. Alright, so I found a semi-helpful video here, how to swap out your Smart for 2 HV battery, subject matter amateur, and I just want a visual on where the battery is. So it's under the car. You take it out, and it looks like a gas tank or something. There's where the BMS connects, and there's the high voltage port. And where are the contactors? Well, they're inside the battery assembly. It's not like a Prius where they're external. You can get to them. You got to tear this whole thing apart. You know, it's glued together, and they take the big cover off, and you can kind of see right there where the contactors are inside the battery assembly, and these are the high voltage ports. So forget about it. You know, these codes are for, you know, something's wrong in here, or the BMS. It's all internal in this battery. So short of doing component level repair on this battery pack, you know, the diagnosis, we're done. All the modules are online, but there's an internal fault in this contactor. And I mean, that's it. So what do? I think you can replace the battery for many thousands of dollars, like over 10 grand. What's the point? Look at this stupid thing. But I don't know what the owner's going to do with this thing. I'm going to tell him, yeah, get a whole new battery assembly, put it in with the new contactors and BMS and whatever. So kind of a waste of time, but it's fun to just see what this technology is and kind of get a feel for it. Again, it wouldn't make for a good daily driver. I don't know how many miles it has on it. I have no idea. But that's it for this one.